Car makers everywhere, both in the United States and Europe, are having some troubles, but not Tesla, which won the Motor Trend Car of the Year for 2013, the first electric vehicle to do so unanimously. And today they're showing everybody up.
Yeah, I mean it's a great looking car. It's got good speed, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds or whatever. And it's got if you think the iPad Mini is too small, buy one of these because they've got a 16-inch electronic screen in the middle.
Screen, right.
And yeah, it looks good. You can fit 7 people in it. And yeah, I mean they've done a really good job with it. They're marketing it well. And you know, to win this award, it's the 3rd award they've got for the 2013 Car of the Year in the last 3 weeks. I mean, it's incredible. And the guys were saying at the event the other day, we were looking at the Porsche 911, we were looking at the Ford C-Max, which is one of the most popular cars, especially in Europe. All these cars are really good, but to actually and they said that we're giving this car the award not because it's got running on batteries. That's just an aside. It's because it's a really damn good car.
So that's what's interesting about this effort by Tesla is, you know, Elon Musk, who started with a clean sheet of paper, and he said, how do I make an electric car that's really appealing and competes on its merits, not because it's electric or for any of those reasons. And he did a whole bunch of stuff that Detroit and big manufacturers just wouldn't do. I mean, first of all, throwing away the combustion engine altogether and just having batteries. But even things like the moonroof. Nobody who supplies Detroit could make it to the specs that he wanted to have in his car. You know, this giant display screen where all the controls are, all kinds of stuff like that. So he sort of top down, let's make a really, really good car, whereas Detroit's approach, perhaps understandably because there's not such a risk-taking culture or ability, is much more incremental, and they certainly never wanted to throw away the combustion engine.
No, they've done a good job. You know, despite the fact that Tesla's done the best job by far, others have done okay. I mean, the Prius has done well as a hybrid. The Leaf is doing okay. Nissan's product, it's fine.
But
it's not
nothing
brilliant.
to this accolade.
Nothing to do with this.
And this is, of course, high. We should point out this is high risk. I mean, Tesla isn't making money yet.
No, not even cash flow positive.
If they can really ramp up the S production, they may start making money. But they've had to sink a lot of money into this, much less than Detroit might have done in the same kind of project. But
they've also got the chance of making money on the powertrain, maybe. And a lot of car companies have done this in the past, where you could sort of almost white label some of your technology.
Right.
And if that happens, then there's even more chance for them to make money by selling the powertrain to. Yeah, you name your car company around the world.
Let's talk briefly on Tesla showing up Detroit. Obviously, there's a bit of news out of Europe as well that's kind of rattling GM.
Yeah, GM was thinking about, well, it's already got an alliance with Peugeot. Opel, its GM's unit in Europe, was going to get together with Opel in an alliance. That's kind of fine. It's like we'll share some costs and whatever. But the big thing was that they were probably going to try and merge the two companies together, i.e. the Opel unit into Peugeot, and try and cut a lot of costs.
France has sort of thrown a spanner in this.
Yeah, they have. They're giving a guarantee, especially to I think the lending arm of Peugeot, but as part of that, they're saying that we want to make sure that no French jobs go. And what governments should be doing in Europe is saying, look, 60% of cars are either unprofitable or at least aren't turning a decent profit. We need to support ways of making the car companies work properly over the next few years and be nicely profitable, a bit like the US car companies have done. We should be supporting measures even though it's painful. Instead, France is getting in the way. And the Peugeot is also accepting this aid, don't get me wrong. It's not as if the family behind Peugeot.
But the government's basically getting in the way rather than helping kind of cut the capacity.
It's kind of an interesting contrast between the legacy problems and and what you can do with a clean sheet.
Right, exactly. All right, well, we'll leave it there, and we'll be back with more Breaking Views tomorrow.